Hi, I'm Mark Bullock with Videosocials.net and PhoneBlogger.net, and I want to do something a little different today. So if you've been on any of the Video Socials calls that I've done the last couple of times, you may have seen me struggling with some microphone issues. And, so here's the, here's the co-founder really struggling with tech issues. So I haven't had any fun trying to figure it out. And I wanted to share with you what my troubleshooting steps were and what it ultimately was, because you might run into similar, and I think there's an underlying lesson in the whole thing. So I'll give you the underlying lesson first. Don't give up. Being frustrated is being frustrated. Walk away, come back later, whatever the case may be. Guess what? Tech doesn't always do what we want it to do, when we want it to do it, or the way that we expect it. And I've got 30-something years in technology, so for somebody like me to get so frustrated with such a simple thing. So I have an external USB microphone, I have an external USB camera, and my typical response to anybody that's having any issues is try a fresh reboot before you get on the call. That 9 times out of 10, maybe even 19 times out of 20, is going to solve the problem. So that's the first thing I did. Didn't work. Okay, so let me try unplugging all of the peripheral devices and go off of the laptop's native equipment, and maybe it's one of my peripherals. Restarted, no help. Okay, did some internet speed test. You just type speed test into Google, and the first one that comes up, speed test, you click on that, and I'm not going to get into what speeds you should have or shouldn't have, but you need 20, 30 megabits download at least. So I'm well above that. And was noticing other issues going on with my computer having to do with how long it was taking for websites to load and stuff like that. I'm like, what the heck is going on? Speed test looks fine. Everything seems fine, except for everything is really slow and I'm having trouble with the microphone. So said, well, okay, let me not do a restart. Let me shut down completely, unplug, reboot my router, reboot the I forget what they call the device that I use. I have Verizon Fios, whatever the device is that gets the, that the fiber optic cable comes into, and I rebooted everything all the way down, completely powered off, back up again, no improvement. Okay, I did technology consulting only for about 15, 20 years. I should be able to figure this out. And what I saw was that nagging little thing that I have noticed several times over the last few updates on my computer that I just didn't pay any attention to. And there was an audio driver window popped up every time I rebooted or updated Microsoft Office or whatever that caused my system to reboot, was coming up and asking permission to update the drivers, and I always just said yes, it's an audio driver, who cares? And so this time it popped up again. It's like, wait a second, I've rebooted like 4 or 5 times now. Why is this audio thing wanting to update again? So I said no this time. It didn't want to take no for an answer. It kept coming back and asking me for again. Okay, something's not right in the kitchen here. So I said no 5 or 6 times for it to leave me alone. All the problems went away. So do I even have a real clear understanding of what actually happened? No, I don't think it's malware or malware, however you pronounce it, because I have malware protection, et cetera, on my computer. But I think there's a driver issue with my laptop manufacturer and whatever, the current version of various software that I'm using that's causing some sort of an issue. And that little applet or little program that I wasn't paying attention to when it was asking me to update when it shouldn't have been, was the ultimate culprit. The fact of the matter is that you got to try different things, and if the first thing doesn't work, try something else. If you get stuck, let us know. We're here, happy to help, and and help you ease your frustration. Because the other side of it is, now it's working great. Now I just need to turn my camera lighting back down again, because as you'll notice, I'm a little washed out in this one. All right. Mark with Videosocials.net, PhoneBlogger.net. You guys have a great one.